during our bold Kings predictions for last year. Did you know that De'Aaron Fox is only 72 games away from breaking Jason Thompson? I think from tying Jason Thompson's Iron Man record of most games played as a Sacramento King. He is 72 games away from tying that number. Maybe, or breaking it. I can't remember. I did that math a couple days ago. I can't remember if that's to put him over or to tie it. But point is, De'Aaron Fox is a season away from getting that number. He played 73 games 2 years ago, played 74 games last year. So he just got to get to 72 to be in the Sacramento Kings record book. And at that point, I mean, we just did the top 40 list with Whitey and Drapes. The only reason Jason Thompson is on that list is because he played so long here in Sacramento. And so if that holds that much weight for a guy like Jason Thompson, what should that do for a guy like De'Aaron Fox? If De'Aaron Fox has been here longer than Chris Webber has, significantly if he signs this extension, he's been here longer than Mitch Richmond has. He's been to the playoffs once so far. Has an award, Clutch Player of the Year. We'll see if he can make All-NBA third or second team this coming season. But if he's got the most games of anybody played in Sacramento history and his career is still going on, he might sign a nice contract extension that's going to keep him 4 or 5 more years longer. How do you not have De'Aaron Fox on that Mount Rushmore? You might say it's a little premature, but I think you kind of have to forecast a little bit into the future at that point. And if he's got the most games played of any King ever for Sacramento, you can't keep him off. I think that 100% puts him on. Now, he doesn't have to be front and center. That doesn't mean he's number one on this Whitey and Drapes list or anything like that. But I just think his legacy as a Sacramento King is just cemented at that point. He holds the record. He was drafted here. He stayed through 10 years here. He has built a great team around him. He has been very malleable with that team so far. Of course, him allowing Domantas Sabonis to have the ball in his hands as much as he does, allowing DeMar DeRozan to even consider being on this team, frankly. Like, there's some superstars out there that would not be willing to share the rock again with DeMar. DeMar's a very high usage player. A lot of guys wouldn't sign up for that. And I think De'Aaron Fox, his willingness to put all that aside and to let the Kings build this thing out, I think he deserves a spot. And so I think my official Mount Rushmore is going to be Rick Adelman. It's going to be Chris Webber. It's going to be Mitch Richmond. And it's going to be De'Aaron Fox. And I do think if we're going to be on the wave of who's next one out, to me, it's between Rick Adelman and Mitch Richmond. And I think I would probably lean towards Rick being the next one off. And I don't know who the next one on. Maybe it would be Domantas Sabonis. Maybe it would be Peja. Like I said, I think he's definitely got a pretty decent shout. I would love G-Man to be on that as well. Who knows? Maybe G-Man is more. You know what? Actually, might quick audible. Might just put G-Man on that for
longest tenured.
I know, that's the thing. 3,000 games plus and counting.
Done it since 85.
I'm sorry, Rick.
Walk into the media room and you'll see a picture of G-Man and Reggie.
Reggie Theus, literally sitting in a suit, opening night from day one. You know what? It's G-Man. It just is. Yeah. It just is G-Man. I'm sorry, G-Man, that I ever even doubted you. I promise it was not my intention to doubt ever the greatness of one G-Man, but he is, he's undoubtedly on the list. So it's G-Man, it's Mitch, it's C-Web, and it's De'Aaron Fox. That is my Mount Rushmore for the Kings at this point. I feel good about it.
This brother, De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, this brother.
But I'm thinking Sacramento.
Oh, box office. You don't want to miss it. Okay. Oh, what?
This brother, De'Aaron Fox.
Come on. It's going to be sensational. I can't wait. I can't wait for that. Oh, that beam. I'm thinking Sacramento. Can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox is definitely going to get that record. Can't wait for him to be the guy. When we think Sacramento King, Maybe that answer is going to change. When you think Sacramento Kings, a lot of people answered Chris Webber. I think that's going to change here pretty soon, as De'Aaron Fox is going to just add to the game total of being the most tenured Sacramento King of all time. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for the season as it is right around the corner. And I can't wait to ask De'Aaron, like, is De'Aaron even aware of that? Do we think De'Aaron even knows how close he is to getting that record? And B, what does it mean to him? What does something like that mean? Did he ever expect to spend that much time with a single franchise? Especially, frankly, I mean, the day he was drafted, I wonder if he truly in his heart of hearts thought, I could be here for 8 years. I could be here for 10, 12, 15 years. That's great. I mean, not that anybody's really thinking that far ahead, especially on a day like draft day, but I just can't imagine that De'Aaron ever thought he would be in this situation if he was being honest. But very glad he is, and hope he's here to stay for a much, much, much longer time here in Sacramento, because I think everybody has very much enjoyed this De'Aaron Fox tenure, and I think we want to see where this thing is going to lead us. Coming up next, gonna have a little bit of fun, play through some of the Kings' best dunks of last season as that dropped on NBA.com's YouTube channel. And possibly going to talk some Caitlin Clark as well. I heard Dave talking about the Rookie of the Year race in the WNBA. I definitely have some thoughts on that. Hopefully we have some time in the next segment to get to that. You're listening to Stiles and Watkins right here, Sactown Sports.